What is going on, good and decent person on the internet who has wandered onto my channel? Welcome to the 4th episode of Open World Gaming, a show where I talk about all things gaming, and in this episode I'm going to be talking about my entire PS3 game collection and what I regret most about it. Alright, so first off, I think one of the coolest things about this collection is that half of the games came from Blockbuster. So if you guys remember them, they went out of business a while back, and that's when I swooped in and scored a ton of PS3 games. And so yeah, that's probably the coolest thing about my collection. I used to hate this case, but now since it's a Blockbuster case, I really love it. And it's for Little Big Planet. Got this way back in the day, like I said, when Blockbuster was closing. And yeah, I really enjoyed the game. It's a solid game. I haven't played the second or third, or I played the PSP version though. So there are a ton of games here that I have to show you guys. That I have quite a few in my collection, so before we get started I might as well just tell you what the regret is. So my biggest regret about my PS3 collection is that I haven't played like hardly any of them. It's sad, like it's really sad. Some of them I've gone through and like beaten and played the shit out of. Most of them I've barely skimmed the surface, and it just makes me really sad, so I'm gonna try to correct this. And if you guys haven't checked it out yet, there's also a big regret that I have about concerning my PSP collection. So go ahead and click. I'll have a card up for that, so go check that out. I made a huge mistake. Luckily the regret is for this video isn't as bad as that one, because I can always fix that just by playing all these games. But anyway, that's the regret. I haven't played like a lot of these yet, so I'm gonna try to fix that. I'm sure this video will make me want to play a lot of them. By the way, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button if you enjoyed this, and drop me a like and share with everybody, all that good stuff. With that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into the collection. So due to just the sheer amount, the quantity of games I have here, I'm not going to be able to talk about it in detail, each one, but the first game, well, second game, is Resistance, Fall of Man. Yes, Fall of Man, and I'm happy to say I beat this one. I enjoyed it. It was a solid, like, alien shooter. It was a good game. Alright, next off, this one is actually what made me purchase my PS3. This is what sold me on that, dude. Like, this game was just so good, and I was just so enticed, and they had a good deal with a bundle on my PlayStation 3. So this, yeah, any of the Arkham Knight, Arkham games, Batman Arkham games, you probably know they're fantastic. They're amazing. The combat just, oh, it's so good. Except maybe Origins. Origins was the one that like was iffy, but anyway. Moving on, we have Battlefield 3. Limited edition. I think I got this at like, yeah, I think it was the Blockbuster deal. I've yet to even put it in, so I have no idea about anything about this game at all. So yeah, that's why I regret it. Alright, moving on, we have Metal Gear Solid 4 Guns of the Patriots, Tactical Espionage Action. Who doesn't know what a Metal Gear game is? Metal Gear. You don't have to say it on the cover. Alright, let me turn it around if I can't, if I can hold it properly and not, yeah, not drop it. This one I'm happy to say I beat as well. Super fun game. Oh, I enjoyed it immensely back in the day. It's been a long time, but it was a fantastic game, excuse me. Oh, yes. I'm actually happy to say that I did play this quite a bit, but I didn't beat it, and that is The Elder Scrolls Skyrim. Everybody knows this game's awesome. It's so much fun. It's Bethesda before Fallout 76 happened. The good old days, Bethesda. Why? Just kidding. So yeah, classic. Gotta love it. Gotta have one in your PS3 collection, or just there's so many different like platforms you can play this on. It's crazy. Yeah, not much more to say about that. I'm sure you know about Skyrim. Alright, you know what, maybe I have played more of these than I thought, because I pretty much went through this entire thing. God of War Saga? Yeah, so this is the 3 games for the PlayStation, like 1 or 2, I think. Anyway, it's got 5 games, even the PSP games included in this one. I love this franchise. I beat like almost all of them, I believe. Yeah, the first, second, and third, and the PSP ones, or one of the PSP ones. Anyway, Played the crap out of this game. I highly recommend it. I even platinum trophied the second game. God of War. Alright, this next one is one of the ones that I barely touched, and it's called The Darkness 2. I can't even pronounce it. No. It's really fun. You actually have, like, what I did play of it, I enjoyed. It's pretty dark, as the name suggests, and if I remember correctly, you have, like, these two little, if you could see that, hopefully it, like, yeah, those two little guys you can, like, grab people with, and, like, yeah, it's really fun. I don't know too much about it because I didn't play that much. All right, moving on. We've got Borderlands 2. This one, I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with. It's really fun. I love this franchise as well. I played the pre-sequel quite a bit. Yeah, it's a shooter. This kind of threw in some RPG elements. If you don't know about this game, I highly recommend it. Moving on, we have... Ooh, I like this one. This one's nice. Check that out. It's the Steelbook. So I picked this up at a game shop, I believe, like a local retro. Yep. I left the... Oh, Game Repair. I left the receipt in there. How much did I pay for this? $5. Man, I went all out. All out. I also bought an AC adapter, though, so I'm not that cheap. But I am. I really am. Anyway, Modern Warfare 2, it's a classic. I didn't start with this in the franchise, the Call of Duty. I played quite a few before it, but this is just like classic. If you played this online back in the day, I'm sure you have great memories of it, like I do. It's just amazing. It's a great game. All right, moving on, we have BioShock Infinite. Now, this one I barely touched again. I'm so mad at myself. I'm going to rectify it. I'm going to make it right. I'm going to play all these, or try to, as soon as possible. Anyway, this one a friend gave me, and it was really fun. Like, the whole aesthetics were really unique. Yeah, so I can't really say much more about it, but yeah, there's the back. BioShock Infinite. Moving on, I played this one actually pretty recently, but still barely scratched the surface. It is called... I think it's in my PS4 because it's not in there. It's called Dragon's Dogma, and it's what I've played of it. It was really fun. It's RPG. You start off like really naked and confused and on a beach somewhere, and they tell you need to fight dragons and stuff. No, not really, but I don't really remember the story, but it's a solid RPG. I'm sorry, I don't know much more about it than that. Alright, so this one also played a decent fair amount of this game. I beat the campaign as well. This one is Call of Duty 2, Black Ops 2. We all know Black Ops, right? Well, this is where it started, son. Actually, not really. It's the second one. But this one was really good. I enjoyed it. As you can see on the back, this one was kind of... I can't remember if it was like the first one to feature the zombies. I don't think so. I think Black Ops, the first game, was. But anyway, you've got the campaign, the multiplayer, and the zombies, so you gotta love Black Ops. Alright, next up, we are moving right along. Hopefully I'm not taking too long. Next up is Kingdom Hearts HD 1.5 Remix. Really want to get back into this because you probably know the third game is out, and I haven't played it, and I'm irritated about that, but it's all good. Yeah, I need to go back. I played... What does this one have, even? The Final Mix? I don't know what that is. Kingdom Hearts 358/2 days. Those are the cinematics that I don't really care about. And then it's got Chain of Memories, which is the card-based one, which I really enjoyed. I recommend that, actually. If you haven't played the card-based Kingdom Hearts, I enjoyed it. I know what you're thinking. Card-based games suck, but it was fun. Alright, moving on, we have Journey Collector's Edition. This one is a 3-in-1 game, really fun, solid. Like, I highly recommend this one. I did play a lot of each game. Journey is there in the middle. You've got one called Flow, and then you've got one called Flower. And I pretty much, yeah, I beat every one of these because they're not that long. But they're very quiet and aesthetic, and just like, if you want to just chill... These are just like the chill, oh my gosh. If you want to just like have a glass of wine or something, like sit down with those games, they're very relaxing. Alright, moving on. This one sucks because you have to pay a lot of money to keep playing, so unfortunately I don't have the money to pay for the monthly subscription, but it is a very good game that I did play a decent amount of, and that is Final Fantasy A Realm Reborn. This is 14, right? If I'm not mistaken. Sorry, I am relatively new to the franchise. I know it's like the classic Final Fantasy, but yeah, I enjoyed this one. Yeah, don't have much to say about it. It's an MMO. It was really fun when I played it, but I just can't get over the subscription price, that's all. Alright, only 14 minutes in. I think we're doing good. Alright, I have another copy of Skyrim for some reason. This one, you're gonna be mad at me for this one. I haven't even put it in my PlayStation 3, and that is Resident Evil 5. So try to get this camera to focus on each game so you can see the lovely cover art and the back and all that. So I don't have a huge history with Resident Evil. I've played the 4th one with Leon, and that's like about it. So yeah, I really need to put this in and just start tearing up zombies for sure. Let me know if you like that game. It's kind of sad that I've played more Gran Turismo 5 than Resident Evil 5. I like Gran Turismo games, what can I say? These things are fun. If you've never played a Gran Turismo game, you're missing out. They're just like a realistic, kind of like a Ridge Racer. You've probably checked it out. If you haven't, I recommend them. They're fun racing games. Okay, so apparently that was the prologue, and this one is just XL edition. I honestly don't know the difference. I think this is the one I played, and this is the one I haven't popped in at all. Again, it's a racing, like, really solid racing game. Not much more to say about it. It's fun. Alright, this one was a recent thrift store pickup, and again, haven't played it. It is Final Fantasy 13. Yeah. So you've got Lightning on there. I believe this was her debut game, if I'm not mistaken, but yeah, I wouldn't know about that because I'm just a noob to the franchise, in a sense, compared to how long it's been around. But anyway, moving on, Uncharted 2 Among Thieves. This, again, see, this is why I just regret this so bad. I haven't even played this at all. Never put it in my PlayStation. Uncharted 2. So yeah, I think everybody knows Uncharted, super popular, super like critically acclaimed. I have played I have the Golden Abyss, the Golden whatever for the PS Vita, and I enjoyed that one immensely, so I'm sure I'll enjoy that one. Next up, we have one of probably my favorite game that I own on the system. I'll probably see another one and be like, yeah, no, but I really, really enjoyed Ni no Kuni. This one, if you're unaware, this is from Level 5 is I think the developer, but it's basically like, you know the Ghibli movies, so Spirited Away and Totoro and all that. This is the game version of like one of those movies, but it's not based on a movie. It's its own story, of course, but the animation style and everything is exactly like a Ghibli movie. So I'm a huge fan of the Ghibli movies, so that's why I love this game. And can't wait to play the second one, but yeah, I highly recommend this one. Super fun RPG. Alright, this is another one. You might not be too hard on me for not playing a lot of this one because it is Dark Souls. This is just the first one. Wow, I don't think I was aware that I just owned the first. I have the third one too, but if you're unaware of this franchise, it's super hard. It kicks your butt. You have to like play it over and over each level to get to know the timing of the bosses and all that. It's notoriously super hard and dark, and I just love these games so much, but that's why I need to play this one. This is making me more sad as we go along. Anyway, next game is Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning. This one I can't tell you anything about because I never played it. I'm so pissed at myself, dude. So yeah, feel free to let me know in the comments. Chat it up, guys. Let me know if you've played any of these, if I'm missing out on the ones I said that I haven't played, or if I shouldn't even bother. Next up, we have Mass Effect 3. This one is from EA. Wow, I wasn't aware. But yeah, Mass Effect 3. This is another one that I got at Blockbuster. So, and my apologies if I didn't show the back of every game so far. I think there's not a lot on the back of these games anyway. So this is another one that I'm just totally in the dark with. Never put it in the system, never touched it. So yeah, sorry, I can't tell you anything about that one. Okay, finally we have a game that I played, and I played a good amount of. Possibly, I think I might have beat this one. It's Twisted Metal. And this was the first Twisted Metal game I ever played. And it was really good. I really enjoyed it. It's just mass chaos. You drive, if you haven't played one, it's just chaos. It's driving cars around, smashing them into each other, and they have weapons on them, so you've got like rocket launchers, and it's, yeah, it's a fun game. All right, finally, there we go. Another one that I have played. It's Crysis 3. This one's a shooter. It's pretty fun. I'm also ashamed I have barely played this one, so I don't have much to say about it. I barely remember it. And gosh, now I really want to play all these. Okay, I believe this was a thrift store find. It's called Star Ocean: The Last Hope International. So check that out. Nice weeb stuff. No, it looks like, seriously though, the artwork's amazing. It looks really cool. I've heard good things about this franchise, and yeah, don't know a thing about it, literally. It's Square Enix, so it's probably good. I need to play these, man. I did not save the best for last, but I didn't have these in any kind of order. So anyway, guys, this is the last game. Holy crap. And it is How to Train Your Dragon. I don't know why I own this. I like this movie though. So I know nothing about the game, never played it, never was really interested in playing it. I just know I liked the movie, and I probably picked this up at a thrift store for really cheap. Alright, so you can see why I wanted to go through those as quickly as I can. There are 30 PS3 games. This is my whole collection. And yeah, that is my biggest regret. I just haven't gotten around to playing. Okay, so here's the deal. Like, you know, when I'm sure you can relate to this. Have you, like, you just go through this this phase in your life where you're just like, for whatever reason, you're just like turned off of gaming. You just like actively don't play games because you think like you're addicted or something. I don't know, for dumb reasons, right? I just went through that phase in my life when I had my PS3, and I would actively not play the games for some reason, but I would buy them. I don't know. It's really weird. It's hard to explain. But anyway, I'm full force back into gaming now, so I really need to get through these and play them. And yeah, I hope some of you can relate with that. But yeah, that's my biggest regret, is just purchasing all these games and never getting around to playing them, or just putting them in for 5 minutes and barely scratching the surface of any of them, or hardly any of them. So, but the good news, like I said, is that that's a very easy problem to fix. All I have to do is play them. And yeah, again, if you haven't checked out my other video, I have another regret about my PlayStation Portable system, and that one was like, oh, I did some actual damage. Like, it's not that hard to fix what I did. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it wasn't too long. And yeah, feel free to subscribe if you enjoyed it, and I am looking forward to seeing you in the next episode. So thanks again. Bye.